a 2-week period that. Dr. John, we also have some new information today on the coronavirus in kids. Let's talk about that. More than 500,000 kids in the U.S. have had COVID-19, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics. More than 70,000 of those cases reported in just a 2-week period from August 20th to September 3rd. That's a 16% spike. That's a 2-week period that ended less than a week ago. What else does this report tell us about the virus in kids, especially as we know kids are going back to school right now?
And Allison, what it tells us is that kids definitely do get this virus and they can be affected by it. And like you said, the American Academy of Pediatrics is saying since the pandemic started, over 500,000 kids have gotten COVID-19. That's just under 10% of the COVID-19 cases. And so they are getting it. They are suffering consequences from it. And granted, they don't get it as much or have as many complications as adults do, but they can get it and they can certainly spread it on. And like you mentioned, over the last few weeks, they've really seen a spike in those cases. They think part of that is because of more testing, but also part of that is because these kids tend to be grouping together in the summer, doing more activities with other kids and other family members, and they're getting coronavirus that way and spreading it as well. The concern is when they go back to school, what's going to happen. Now, the school is a more controlled environment, so that's certainly going to help. And schools have guidelines and guidance in place to what to do in case there is a coronavirus outbreak or some cases in their school. But those need to be followed very closely. And the students, the parents, the staff, the teachers all need to make sure they understand exactly what to do in cases like that, Allison.
Dr. John, I know a big concern, especially in multi-generational families, are that kids may go back to school, then they'll bring the coronavirus home with them and infect their families, particularly if they've got older family members, grandparents who may live with them. Advice for parents to help reduce those odds to try to get their kids to and from school more safely?
And you're right, Allison, and that's what that American Academy of Pediatrics report is showing us, that they can get it, they can bring it home. If they bring it home, they can spread it to other family members, and those families have multi-generations in their house.